What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your third stimulus check update. We're going to call this Big News Week as we're getting breaking news pretty much every single day. We're going to go over the brand new information in this video. We're going to go to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to let us know what is going on with the third stimulus check package, as well as the Republican counter proposal for a smaller stimulus check package with only $1,000 stimulus checks, and whether or not the Democrats are even considering even a hint of negotiation with it, or if they're going to pass it on their own with the reconciliation bill. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates regarding the third stimulus check and mortgage and rental assistance and all the other buckets of money that you can get from these stimulus packages, such as Social Security increases, student loan forgiveness, sick pay, hazard pay. Yeah, there's a lot in these stimulus packages. Also, give this video a like for us down below. It really helps out our channel. All right, we're going to go directly to the Senate floor to the Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer.
The Senate will turn this week to the historic task of preparing a rescue package to lift our country out of the depths of the awful COVID-19 pandemic and set our country back on the path to normalcy. Despite the best efforts of Congress over the past year, the needs in our country are still great and still urgent. The disease has been with us for nearly a year, and yet this January was officially the worst month to date. Nearly 100,000 Americans died just in the last month. Unemployment insurance claims remain at nearly 1 million a week. Schools remain closed, businesses unvisited, and all the familiar fixtures of daily life still remain on hold. All of us in this chamber are tired of seeing our constituents, our friends, our family, our country suffer. It's time to meet the challenges of the moment with boldness, with courage, and with urgency. When Congress came together to pass an interim emergency relief bill in December, we all knew the job was not complete. Economic experts and the president-elect at the time called it an important down payment because that's what it was, a down payment, not the final act. No one should be surprised that the first legislative act of the new Democratic majority is to build on that foundation and help the country defeat COVID-19 once and for all. So the Senate is going to move forward this week with the process for producing the next bold rescue package. Yesterday, Speaker Pelosi and I filed a joint budget resolution for the 2021 fiscal year, totaling $1.9 trillion, which will give us another legislative tool to pass a COVID relief bill quickly and decisively. The Senate will vote to proceed on the budget resolution this afternoon. Time is a luxury our country does not have. And let me be very clear, Mr. President, we are not going to dilute, to dither, to delay. We are not going to dilute, dither, or delay. The needs of the American people are so demanding. We need to think big, and we need to act quickly. The Senate must move forward today with the vote to begin debate on the budget resolution, and I'm optimistic that the motion to proceed will pass. I would say to my Republican colleagues that we want this important work to be bipartisan. We welcome your ideas, your input, your revisions. We welcome cooperation. There is nothing about the process of a budget resolution or reconciliation, for that matter, that forecloses the possibility of bipartisanship. I'd remind this chamber that since 1980, the budget process has been used 17 times to pass serious bipartisan legislation. This process is open to bipartisanship. So let me be clear to my colleagues this morning. There will be a bipartisan open amendment process on the budget resolution this week. Democrats eagerly encourage participation from both sides of the aisle to this proposal. Again, there's nothing about the process itself that prevents bipartisanship. What has made recent reconciliation efforts by Senate Republicans so partisan was not the process, but the legislation they sought to pass.
So basically, what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is saying here is that they welcome the Republicans to come and vote with this bill to, offer suggestions or changes, but basically they're not willing to accept anywhere near the one-third the amount that Republicans are offering. And as he said, that both him and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi yesterday introduced a budget resolution articles last night to basically say that they're going to be moving forward with the $1.9 trillion and are going to pass it with or without the Republicans. However, the Republicans are welcome to come on board with the Democrats' plan.
The former Senate majority, I heard the senator from Texas crying crocodile tears about using reconciliation, but just a few years ago, he was an active participant in using it twice to pursue expressly partisan and deeply unpopular legislation. First, to repeal our nation's health care law and kick millions of Americans off their health care coverage. And second, to slash taxes for big corporations and the wealthy to the tune of a $1.7 trillion bill and hole in our deficit. Of course, Democrats oppose those efforts on the merits. At the moment, however, we're talking about using the process to help small business, something we all support. We're talking about using the budget process to speed the production and distribution of a vaccine that everyone champions and everyone knows is the key to ending the crisis. We're talking about getting our country back on its feet and our economy back on track. We want this entire effort to be bipartisan. We do. But helping the American people with the big, bold relief they need, Mr. President, that is job number one. That is job number one, which is so, so important. So again, we're not going to dilute, dither, or delay because the demands of the American people are so real and so large. We need to think big and think quickly. Helping millions of Americans who are still without work by extending the enhanced unemployment benefits that are now slated to expire in March. Helping parents waiting for the day their kids can finally go back to school safely. Helping teachers, firefighters, bus drivers, and other essential public employees at the state and local levels preventing them from the risk of layoffs. Helping restaurants and bars and theaters who were the first to close and maybe the last to open. Helping every American struggling to make ends meet, to pay the rent, pay the mortgage, pay for groceries, keep up with that utility bill, by sending them direct assistance in the form of a check. That is job number one. Helping the American people survive the toughest months of this crisis while hastening the end of the crisis itself. In the months to come, millions of Americans will be vaccinated, and slowly but surely, life will return to normal once again. The rescue plan proposed by President Biden, the rescue plan that we begin to work on this week, will lay the foundation for our country's long-awaited comeback, while giving Americans a helping hand to stay safe and stay financially secure in the meantime. I look forward to proceeding with this budget resolution and on the work of making this historic and vital rescue package a reality.
So, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says that they are plowing ahead, or they're moving ahead, basically without Republican support, to pass the larger stimulus check package with $1,400 checks instead of the smaller $1,000 stimulus checks that Republican senators want to pass. Although the Republican senators will be meeting again with President Joe Biden to plead their case or to negotiate. It will be interesting to see if President Biden is willing to negotiate a little bit down from the $1.9 trillion at all, or if he goes with what he says, that basically this is the amount needed and anything less is really not what the country needs. And in fact, we have not only this stimulus package, the third stimulus check package, but we already have another stimulus check package, or I should say another stimulus package announced by the Biden administration, which is the infrastructure package, which is going to be coming in about a month or so after this third stimulus check package. And we'll have additional stimulus articles in there, probably multiple different stimulus things in that infrastructure package, which probably will also cost trillions of dollars. So Chuck Schumer says that they're not waiting on Republicans, although President Biden has a somewhat different idea as he's meeting with Republicans to see if there's any negotiation there. It's kind of like two slightly different things happening. The Senate and the House are moving forward with the $1.9 trillion, while President Biden is meeting with the Republicans to possibly negotiate while the House and Senate move forward basically without him. So it's a little bit of a dissension there. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Meanwhile, states across the United States, particularly California in this case, are looking to extend stimulus checks out to their residents from the state level. So some states are considering and have in the past also a statewide stimulus check, or I shouldn't say statewide, but a stimulus check from the state that goes out to certain groups of people. Two proposals in California would send stimulus checks to people left out of the past two federal payments, but they differ drastically in their amounts. One is looking at $600 stimulus payments, and the other one looking to triple that with $1,800 stimulus payments. As part of his, quote, Golden State stimulus plan, Governor Gavin Newsom proposed sending $600 stimulus checks to those with incomes below $30,000, basically the poverty level. However, the Legislative Analyst's Office found that may not help those who are most adversely affected by the pandemic, and the agency proposed sending out higher stimulus payments, but only to those who weren't eligible for previous federal aid. Now, this is just proposals for California. As you know, we've had proposals and passed stimulus checks in different parts of the country previously on the state level. I remember several from Florida, particularly Orange County, that has previously passed multiple stimulus rounds of $1,000 stimulus checks in Orange County, Florida. We saw this in North Carolina and several other different states also, and we might see this again coming in the near future, especially if states do get the $350 billion from the third stimulus check package that is going to states and cities. Some of that money they will come back around and use for county and statewide stimulus check programs like this one here on the screen, as well as mortgage and rental assistance. There will be a lot more breaking news today as President Biden and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen are going to the Senate to meet with the Senate today on passing the next stimulus check proposal, the third stimulus check package. They're meeting with the Senate today, and both Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are moving forward with basically the reconciliation rules, and they're setting up the documents and basically the paperwork to pass it with this. So they're already preparing to pass the third stimulus check package with no Republican support, which requires apparently additional paperwork to pass it. It's not just the reconciliation card. Can you picture like Bernie Sanders or Chuck Schumer walking up and saying, wait a minute. I object. I'm going to just pass it with the reconciliation card, and that's it. It's passed. It'll be interesting to see if we get some footage like that in the near future. That'll be a hoot. But yeah, so they're moving forward with the paperwork on the reconciliation process to pass this third stimulus check package without Republican support, although Biden is still negotiating with Republicans, but it seems that Republicans are very far off. You let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think there will be any negotiation with the Republicans that will actually become something? Or do you think they're just going to stand their ground and pass it at the $1.9 trillion with the $1,400 checks as opposed to the smaller stimulus checks of $1,000 that the Republicans also want to cap at only $50,000 of income, would mean no stimulus check from the Republican proposal. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the bell icon so you get notifications for all the videos except for the 11 p.m. You just got to tune in for that one on your own. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.